When you put in a tendon graft for tendon reconstruction, especially of the flexor tendons, sometimes the tendon graft that we have may not be the same size as the tendon that we are bridging, in which case we may have to do what is known as a Pulvertaft weave, where the smaller tendon has to be woven into the bigger tendon. This is advantageous because it gives a lot of strength to the repaired tendon and almost immediate mobilization can be started. In this module, we shall see how this Pulvertaft weave is being done.
Right on the midline, make an incision in the skin, deepen it till you see the tendon. This is one tendon. Okay. This is the other tendon. Now this is the bigger tendon and this is the smaller tendon. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to use this as a Pulvertaft weave. Okay. So for that what I'm going to do, always cut the big tendon distally. I'm cutting the big tendon distally and small tendon proximally. Now this will go into this. 11 blade.
Grasp the free ends of the small tendon and the big tendon with artery forceps.
With 11 blade, make a through and through incision like this. Then hemostat. So then pass your mosquito through it.
Grasp the free end of the tendon graft or the smaller graft and pull it through.
Next what we have to do is make another hole, not in this direction but in the transverse direction, forceps. About 1 centimeter proximally, make a transverse hole like this. Now on which side is it's on my side, the tendon. So the artery forceps must come from the opposite side, towards the side where the tendon is. Yes. Perfect. Now she can pull it through. Then again we have to make the final pass. We made the last one transversely. Now this must go. We'll make it go from dorsal to volar. That is, so that the final stitch will come on the side that is exposed, so that it's comfortably done. Correct. Now see how beautifully the Pulvertaft has been created. Okay.
Before finally suturing it, we need to adjust the tension because this kind of Pulvertaft weave is going to be done in a tendon grafting procedure.
Your assistant is holding it exactly at the tension which should be held. Now I am going through the tendon, the big tendon, small tendon, big tendon, then again back, big tendon, small tendon, and again the big tendon. So this is to make sure that the tension is in the correct position. Then we knot it. It has been fixed very securely. Cut. Next we need to put a stitch in the central portion. Remember we took it anteriorly, posteriorly. So here again through the big tendon, small tendon, big tendon again. Then again go back the same route, big tendon, small tendon, big tendon again. So now that is also anchored. Cut. Right, now the final stitch. Now you will note that this is the big tendon, small tendon, big tendon. Taking a nice chunk of the tendon while suturing this is very important. When you do this, you can start early mobilization because the strength is so good. The big tendon is protruding here, the small tendon will be protruding proximally. So we'll have to take a stitch in this so that it becomes flat. To make it become flat, so you see the distal big tendon, small tendon, sorry, into which you take a bite. Then take another bite like a half buried suture. Then this is so that this raw end of the tendon that has come through as a graft must get buried inside. When I tie this, the entire thing will get buried close and we will not have too much of projection of the raw area, because as you know, raw area will invite adhesions.
This can be done with finer suture material like 5-0 proline to get a better coaptation.
I'm going to take a bite over here. The big tendon, proximal end, which is the proximal end of the tendon. Then again, just like we took there, through this little bit of protrusion over here, and then back. And that's it. Just hold it like that. Yeah. Yes. Now you will find it gets totally flush. This entire segment you will note is nice and strong.